It's Week 8 of the National Football League. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Buccaneers. And it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From the 6. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The numbers for Mixon last week: 10 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get the round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal. And this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
On second down at 4. Tua. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw on target to Godwin here. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. And they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
2nd and 16.
Ready, go!
Tua going to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Gage.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And what a performance he is coming off of. I know that this is a different era of football where we're throwing it around a heck of a lot more, but still, over 500 yards passing.
500.
That's phenomenal, incredible.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Tua. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And Cooks has it over the middle. On the move past the 40. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
This one taken in by Otten. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. Following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted.
Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And some room to maneuver. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. You know, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Hurts to throw. Man open, here is Jones. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Now a first down carry by Jones. Brought down at the 20. The Eagles at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust instead of just talk about.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. That's the touchdown of the year. And the Eagles are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
Mixon with a first down carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Cooks on the quick slant. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to pass. Tua. Godwin's got it. Touchdown Tampa Bay. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bucs are back within a score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Eagles to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing is Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. Touchdown. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this group, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Check pitch. Yellow, 1. Smith red. Opposite, green.
Mixing up the middle. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Tua. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. From midfield, here's Tua. And that's complete to Cooks. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Ready. Ready, go.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. It was enough to get him a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Blue check. Switch. Yellow. Black swap. Set. Go.
Back to Mixon on first down. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. The 40, 20, 10. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Complete right side to Otten. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Pulling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Finding Otten once more. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Back to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Trying to improvise. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 22, Tua. And he's got it. Touchdown. Curtis Samuel, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Hurts. He's got a man complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Eagles ready to go. Third quarter as this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half. Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Airing it out deep for Smith.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards to pick up there.
On 1st down, Hurts.
Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year, as these guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A draw play for Mixon.
Taken down at the 42.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. He gets it to Cooks. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Set.
2 now on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball down to take the time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try to make a comeback.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it's a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. As these guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Tua. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A 40-yard punt, giving 3 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far, good second half. And sometimes, I guess, maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back. And essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys, and that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far. Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Hurts. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts looking here for Smith downfield.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. They got his man complete. And touchdown. A big play. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here. 3rd quarter, we'll see what else he has in store for us. Well, he gave one defender the slip, but others waiting in the wings and dropping him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. To Mixon on the check down. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Looking to pass. Tua.
Otten brings it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there in this one. Score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And returns it right back to Samuel. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Here we go, set.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And out now come the Eagles.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. 81 yards.
And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. On first down, Tagovailoa. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Green, blue, check, quick, yellow.
This is Mixon on the draw. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Tua sets up to pass it. And this is going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense.
Here we go,
But they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go again to Jones. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Hurts sets up to throw it. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. At 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 23 yards the pickup there. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
19 tight.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one complete to Burnett. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
On 2nd and inches.
Tua. He's got Otten.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Now Tua.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. Tua going to throw.
Tua hit, and the ball is out.
And the Eagles have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Hurts.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Now, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given them that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Tua now, 3rd and goal. And my goodness, another interception. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. He sets to fire deep. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the game will continue for at least 1 more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get 1 more untimed attempt.
18
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He's going to go up top again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone.